Good morning. I think I got 3 hours of sleep, maybe. After a late night last night, we still are rope dropping this morning, Animal Kingdom. This is our earliest early entry that we have had. We are now at a different resort and we want to be at early entry. It starts at 7, so we want to be on the first bus. So it is 5:45. We are out the door already. We are going to go wait for the first bus. It'll take us to Animal Kingdom. And like I said, Animal Kingdom early entry starts at 7 a.m. This park, the priority is we're going to try and knock out as much as we can the first couple hours and then come back and take a break. And that's the perfect thing to do is get up, get there early, get the Navi River and Flight of Passage and Expedition Everest and the safari out of the way, and then do some of the other things. But you can do most of it in a couple hours and then go back to your resort and take a break, and then we'll see what else we're going to do. Maybe we go back to Animal Kingdom. But one thing I do recommend, let's talk a little bit about Animal Kingdom, is Pandora. We'll see what time it is when we actually get there, but we might get there early enough this morning that it'll still be dark. And Pandora is so pretty in the morning and at night, or when it's light and when it's dark. I should say that because we might be in the dark when we're there this morning. So anyway, today should be a fun day. Animal Kingdom, here we come. We got the cutest bus. Good morning. We are on the bus that is headed to Animal Kingdom, first bus. Good morning. We made it to Animal Kingdom. It is 6:14. I'm going to show you what the line looks like. Basically 45 minutes before the park opens. Park opens at 7 for early entry guests. And look at all of the guests that are already here, you guys. And we thought we were here early. So get in one of these lines and then we wait for them to let us in. The goal this morning is to head to Flight of Passage in Pandora. Let me just show you guys what the lines look like now. So we've been here 15 minutes and that whole area has already filled in. So people are here for early entry. So I would not recommend normally if you do an after hours event at any of the parks and then the next morning trying to get up and rope drop as early as Animal Kingdom and what we're doing today. I do not recommend that, but I am doing it because I want you to understand and see how important it is to get here early. And that 1 hour mark is crucial. You need to be on a bus heading to the park, whatever park you're doing early entry at, an hour before it opens. In just this little bit of time, all these people, most of them are probably here because they want to do Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage is really popular attraction here at Animal Kingdom, and rightfully so. It is a great attraction, but to avoid a really, really long line later in the day, you got to get up early. 6:48, and they have let us through the gates. Now they go, and we're going to check. They're going to check our room key, make sure we are on-site guests, because this is only for early entry. Early entry is only for guests that are staying on property. There's the Tree of Life, bright and early, 6:50 in the morning. We are headed to Flight of Passage. You go in and to the left. So it's 6:53. The park doesn't officially open until 7 for early entry guests. So they have us held right here at just before you go into Pandora. Okay, see the crowd up there in front of us? The masses are headed to Pandora to Flight of Passage. We are in Pandora. Look how beautiful it is. We have just continually been walking in the queue. They opened the queue. It is now 7:02. And it says the wait is 55 minutes. That's probably to the very end of the line. I don't think it'll take us 55 minutes. But it's just so beautiful here, you guys. The camera doesn't even do it justice. Now it's 7:03. It says the standby entrance is 65 minutes. We are in line.
The chance to undertake an amazing Na'vi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee. The way you're gonna do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. And I'm here to help you guys get ready. But first, we have to scan you for Pandoran microparasites. Alright everyone, stay on your number. Your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden.
You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense, but trust your guide and be brave.
All right, this time on the attraction, usually I get really motion sick. I did not wear the glasses and the goggles, and that really helped. And then they have air blowing on you, and I was constantly like breathing that air in. At one point I did close my eyes too, so that might help if you get motion sick but you really want to do the attraction. Now we just came out of the ride and it's daylight. The sun has risen. So pretty. And those are all the people in line now. All right, next up we are headed over here to Na'vi River. Says it's a 35-minute wait. Perfect. And the park just opened. It is 7:45. The park just opened to regular guests at 7:30. That only took us 14 minutes to get into our boat. So Na'vi River is kind of like a small world where you get in a boat. It's just a nice, slow moving attraction. It's really pretty and I love the music. Take a look. Make sure you take a few moments to walk around and really appreciate and enjoy Pandora. It really is magnificent. Next, we're going to make a quick stop here in Pandora for breakfast at Pongu Pongu. So this is always a must when you come here is the Night Blossom. We're going to try the breakfast sandwich too. So our breakfast is a pancake sandwich. It's got sausage, egg, and guava jelly. We've got our Night Blossom drink, which is like a really sweet, delicious. And this is a pineapple lumpia with cream cheese in it. Festival of the Lion King is a fantastic show that they have here. When you're at Animal Kingdom, you can either just stand in the line or you can use a lightning lane for it. I highly recommend doing the lightning lane for this one because the line does get really long for this show and it's awesome. You don't want to miss this show. One thing to note is the safari does not open. Like we did 2 rides. We did Flight of Passage, and then we did Na'vi River, and then we were going to come over here and do the safari, but it wasn't open until, or doesn't open until 8:30, and it was only about 8:10. So we decided to stop and have breakfast. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for the safari. Now the safari has a big line, and that's okay, but we're going to knock it out, and then we'll keep moving.
And if you guys couldn't tell, this is a real truck that I am really driving. So that must mean we're going to find real life animals out here today too. And if you look above you, yeah, now black rhinos, they are the smallest species of rhinoceros in Africa. They can weigh just up to 3,000 pounds. But the reason they're so good at it is because the painted dogs hunt all together in their packs. Yeah, those sables, they're extremely territorial animals, so you're typically going to see them in the same area and all together. It's just how they feel more protected. Well, that does unfortunately mean that the females, they're going to have to give birth standing up. Yeah, that also means the babies then are gonna have a 6-foot drop ahead when they're born. This is called a dazzle of zebras. Cute name. I love dazzle. Yeah, they got that name because when the zebras are running all together in their large herds, people call it a dazzle in motion. And I think they want to cross the road here, so. Or they're just coming straight towards us. Yeah, no, we don't want to pet them. How do you look? Just a little baby. She's running. I think she's going towards the water. So let's see. Yeah, clearly this will be the family herd then. But the African elephants, they run a matriarchal society. So basically it means the females, they're in charge. They're going to be the boss. So they also stick together throughout their entire life. While the male elephants, they leave their family herd around their teenage years. And yep, there she is. Oh, no, we just took all the food. Or they have a little bit of gray on their feathers. Yes, because when they first hatch from their eggs, they have gray fluffy feathers. They look pretty cute. That way. And then yeah, there's those white rhinos. Now, we saw the black rhino earlier, but these guys are a little different.
Let's go to Rafiki's Planet Watch. We're gonna get on a little train, go this way. We just got off the safari and it took us about 30 minutes to wait in line, and the line for the safari really isn't bad. It just kept moving, and it's also in the shade, which is nice. So I prefer to do it in the morning, because if you're gonna have to wait, you can wait in the shade. And then the other thing is also the animals are way more active in the morning. So if you're gonna do the safari, you want to do the safari, either book a lightning lane in the morning, so you can do that, you know, after you've done Flight of Passage, Navi River, come that direction, you're kind of making a circle, and do the safari in the morning when you can see more animals. We saw tons of animals on our safari trip. Hey, and we come over here, we're gonna get on a train. We're gonna ride a train over to Rafiki's Planets.
Or to check out the animation experience at Conservation Station, where you can learn to draw your favorite Disney characters, inspired by live animals from one of our animators.
We took a little train ride, about a 5-minute ride, over here to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Over here in this section, they have right here behind me, which is the Conservation Station. And then over there, they also have the affection section. So in here, you can do drawings. There's the kind of like the Animation Academy that we have at Disney California Adventure. Right inside the Conservation Station, you come over, look at the ostrich's eye. Look, there's a hidden Mickey. So it's right here next to the restrooms.
That's good. Keep up with the non-frustration. I don't have an eraser either. So the key to remember, they have one attached to the end of a number 2 pencil in your drawer at your house. Believe it or not, they are still there. So if you make a mistake, draw a good line over the top of it, next to it, wherever you need to put it to make yourself feel better. And it's something. Pretend you're on vacation at Disney World and act like it. All right, this is not a job interview. I may have worked here for 16 years doing this, but I have absolutely no authority whatsoever. You could make a little parenthesis into the right, that little parenthesis, just like that. And you're just going to trace over that circle in between those 2 parentheses while I'm on. This kind of copy that actually helps to save costs and at the same time, so you're helping monkeys out by doing that. And you can be worrying about it.
This is the affection section where you can see the animals up close. We are heading into Dinoland to go ride Dinosaur. Next up, we are headed to the attraction in Dinosaur Land, which is called Dinosaur. It is the same track that we have at Disneyland that is the Indiana Jones attraction, except for here, Dinosaur is a different theming, and quite frankly, it's kind of a little scary. So I don't know. I don't love it here. I would prefer to ride Indiana Jones for sure. Disney has announced that Dinosaur will be ending in 2025. The entire land, Dinoland, is changing, and the dinosaur attraction will be becoming new Indiana Jones ride sometime in 2026. Says the current wait time is 45 minutes for Dinosaur. So we'll see. Let's get in line.
We would need to ruin all of those beaches.
Kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times.
Time travelers, place all loose items in the pouch in front of you, fasten your seatbelt, and remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the time rover. And
So if you want to ride the dinosaur attraction, make sure you do it before the end of 2025. This is the Tree of Life, and carved around the tree, there are over 300 carvings. So like right here, you can see up close, there's like a deer, an elephant, bighorn sheep, tiger, lion. Anyway, it's really cool. If you have a chance, you can also walk around the bottom of it and see up close all the carvings. It's lunchtime and we are headed over here to Yak and Yeti, which is one of the quick service options here in Animal Kingdom. Right. Ooh, that looks yummy. Okay, is there sweet and sour sauce like around the corner? I have it. Oh, can I get some sweet and sour sauce? So we got lunch at the Yak and Yeti quick service. And we have two different, well, they're the same. They're the honey sesame chicken. And then we've got some pot stickers here. We've also got shrimp and pork egg rolls, some sweet and sour sauce, and a banana pudding parfait. Of course, we got our drinks. Let's dig in. This is Kali River Rapids. This is similar to at DCA Grizzly River Run. It's really nice when it's hot outside to kind of go on a raft. And it is not open right now, but let me show you the rafts. So there's the rafts. And you do get wet. But on a hot day here in Orlando, that would probably be very nice. I have ridden this one, it's fun. One thing about this park is there are lots of trails to see lots of different animals, and most of it's in the shade, which is nice, and there you can see different things. There's just lots to do that doesn't require a line. It's not just attractions and shows here. So keep that in mind when you're like looking for something to do and it's maybe in the afternoon, you're looking to maybe get out of the heat. Come like over here, these are the monkeys, and I've seen lots of different animals here today. There's the standby line for Expedition Everest. The current wait time is 1 hour. So we're going to go for the other option, which is a single rider line here at Expedition Everest, which I recommend if you're not afraid to split your party up, because this line is really long right now. the Finding Nemo show. This is like a musical inside the theater. This is a great thing to do, especially like in the afternoons when it's hot. And check the app for the show times. Well, that's it for us at Animal Kingdom today. We're pretty beat. We're gonna go back to the resorts, take a little rest, probably hit up a different park tonight because we can park hop. But I hope that you've enjoyed following along as I shared with you tips and tricks about how to maneuver and make the most out of your day at Animal Kingdom. It's a nice option to take a break from this park and then just stay at your resort or go hop to a different resort. But this park isn't always a whole day. So keep that in mind when you're trying to plan your trip. Again, if you want discounted tickets, discounted hotel rooms, anything, check with my travel partner. I'll put the link in the description. And please like and subscribe to this video if you loved this content and you want to know more about Disney.